Racing is always working to move forward with horse welfare, and the latest development is in terms of fractures that happen on the race day. And I'm joined by Ian Wright, orthopaedic surgeon, and Simon Knapp, race day vet. Ian, explain exactly what's going on here.
Okay, so over the last 25 or 30 years, there have been huge developments in equine fracture management and repair. And one of the critical things that has lagged behind that has been acute stabilisation of fractures on the racecourse. So now we know that the majority of fractures that occur on the racecourse, horses can be saved there. And indeed, in many of them, the majority, can return to training and racing. But integral to that is to have the fractures supported and immobilised as soon as possible after the injury has occurred. So what we've been involved in is developing a fracture support system that can now be passed around all of the racecourses so that horses that fracture on the racecourse can have appropriate emergency support to give them the very best chances of recovery, and equally important, because the fractures are immobilised, this will reduce their pain and anxiety that accompanies the fracture.
This has been working with the Racing Foundation. You are based in Newmarket and see the horses probably 12 hours later. This work is critical so that you can then do your work to get the horses on the road to recovery.
Absolutely. It's very important that a fracture is immobilised quickly so that the bones don't move, cause further damage there, and also cause further pain and anxiety. So what we know is that over half the fractures that occur on racecourses involve the fetlock joint. So we also know that if you extend the fetlock joint, so here's like the lower limb of the horse, and keep it fixed in that position, that the majority of fractures will be immobilised. So this is a fiberglass compression boot, opens up like this, the horse's leg can be lowered into it, the boot is closed, and then these ski boot clips close around it.
Brilliant.
Like this, push the two sides together, and then the limb is completely immobilised as if the horse was wearing a cast.
Simon, and horse ambulances follow the horses around on the course. This is a brilliant innovation.
This is a major step forward for welfare. We have struggled to adequately immobilise limbs on the racetrack with bandaging, with horses galloping around. This is easy to apply. We've used it on this course for quite a few times now, and infrequently we have to use it, but when we do, this gives us immediate stabilisation. We can move the horse comfortably onto the ambulance, back to the veterinary unit. We can x-ray through these, and then we can send the horse on to the appropriate centre. And it is a major welfare initiative.
It's really exciting. Guys, brilliant investment, and thank you so much for explaining it so clearly.
Can I say one thing? I would actually like to formally thank the Racing Foundation for their major investment in this, and the whole of racing's got behind this, the Welfare Board, the BHA. It's supported by the individual racecourses, the Association of Racecourse Vets and the trainers, who have all contributed to a major welfare advance.